Hey everybody, welcome back. This is some petty revenge that turned a little too savage. Like, you took it a little far, I'm not gonna lie. Also, we got some new merch on the way. Isn't it cool? We're working on this new drop for a little while, a hot minute. It is not available yet. Do not go to the website looking for it because it is not there. It's not perfect yet. I wanna make sure it's perfect before I drop it. But stay tuned. Cause it's cute as hell, right? It's cute. Fighting over hash browns. Honestly, fair.
Y'all, so I just went to McDonald's, right? I asked this lady for 2 number 6s, which is a steak bagel. I said the first one I want with a round egg, not that folded egg. And then the second one, I don't want no eggs, no cheese on it. For whatever the reason. Then I said, oh, and I want 1 extra hash brown. So 1 extra means that I already got some if I'm getting an extra, okay? Boom, that happened, right? I pulls up, I look in the bag, light it. I'm like, it's missing 2 hash browns. She was like, no, you only get 1. See, showing me the receipt. I said, that's 1 extra. I should already have 2. No, you only got 1, you only got 1, you only got 1. I'm like, I ordered 2 number 6s, meals. So when you get a breakfast meal, it comes with the hash brown. So right. She argued with me, that's not what I got. Fine, because it's a hash brown. Okay, I want 2 more. She said, as she asked me for my card, I gave her my card. She come back with 1 hash brown. I said, I asked you for 2 more hash browns. She said, you got 1, this another one, that's 2. Okay. So when I just gave you my card back, I said I want 2. She said, you got 2. 2
extra!
I haven't taken my medicine in 2 days. Let's start there. So I said, if you already got 2 of something and you asked for 1 more, how many is that? She was like, oh. And then everybody else come over there and they look, and I'm like, I asked for 2 more hash browns. I already ordered 2 number 6 meals. Why the would I ask for an extra hash brown if I didn't get none at all? How was it an extra?
Okay, we're gonna simmer. We're gonna settle down. I think we're gonna settle down here, babes. I understand. I like how you prefaced with, I haven't taken my medication. Fair. Whenever I see these videos of people getting really angry at McDonald's, I always wonder, like, what's going through their head? What is happening there? How could you get so upset over a cheeseburger, a hash brown, what have you, whatever it may be? It is interesting to see into the mind of someone that gets very upset at McDonald's. I appreciate this knowledge. Is it warranted? I mean, at the end of the day, you also kind of paid for those hash browns. And they're telling you that you didn't, but you did. You get the combo, that means you get the hash browns, and they're telling you, no, you don't. It's not even about the hash browns to me. I think it's about someone telling you that you're stupid or implying that you're stupid when you are not. You know what I would have done in that situation? I would have parked my car. I would have gone in with my little bag, big smile on my face, and I would have been like, excuse me, could you clarify what a number 6 combo means? And they say, oh, you know, you get this, and this, you get the hash brown, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there's only 1 hash brown in my bag. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there should be 2 hash browns because I got 2 number 6s, plus I asked for an extra hash brown. So that means, say it with me, we got 3 hash browns. I don't play when it comes to my potatoes, okay? I got into an argument with a lady at McDonald's and said I wanted a bacon, egg, and cheese. And she said, we don't have them, but it's on the menu. And she read it to me when I asked the sandwiches they had. This is McDonald's, man. This is McDonald's. I think we all know that menu by heart by now. Don't be McDonald's explaining me. I've been ordering the same thing at McDonald's since I was 6. At this point, I feel like we could all work at McDonald's and do a good job because we all know what's in there. We know what's on the menu. I've seen them pick up those fries and put the salt on it. I've seen them put the burgers in and the burgers out. Usually when I get McDonald's, I'm like super drunk. Like it's like the end of the night kind of thing and there's like nothing else open. So you go to McDonald's, right? And you're so freaking hungry that you are just watching like a hawk. Like you are literally observing them. It's like, is that my meal? Is that my meal? Oh, that's definitely my meal. Oh, I see my medium fries there. Yep. It's almost like you're watching like an informational video of like how to work at McDonald's. Am I wrong? I don't think I am.
I don't know how more people aren't talking about this, but have we all seen this TikToker who's currently beefing with a coffee shop?
Oh,
She's
yeah, we have.
with her local coffee shop. So I guess she used to film a lot in this coffee shop, and then the owners came up to her and they were like, you know, we appreciate your business. You can keep coming here and buying coffee, but can we just ask that you don't record in our establishment? That set her off. It's absolutely set her off. She has made probably over 60 videos. Go click her profile right now. Vegan Riz. Go click her profile. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. You're not gonna find the beginning of this whole drama. It's gonna take you a little bit to go to the beginning. I promise. She made so many TikToks about this coffee shop. In fact, that the coffee shop blocked her. This is probably a coffee shop in some like small town with a population of 350 people. So then she's like, I'm gonna sue this coffee shop for discrimination. And you might be asking, what discrimination? She says that she's no longer allowed to film in their establishment because she has pretty privilege.
Oh, come on. No. Listen here, babes. This is a private establishment. They said that you are welcome as a customer. You're not welcome to film in their establishment. That is their right. You're not just, this isn't your house. This isn't your house. And if they banned you, it is certainly not because you have pretty privilege. It's because you're harassing them. This is harassment.
I'm not saying she's not pretty, okay? She's obviously beautiful. But they didn't even kick you out. Girl, like, they just said, can you stop filming in our coffee shop? It has nothing to do with your looks. Like, I'm a TikToker. We all know how people feel about TikTokers, especially in public. I'm not lying. There's, like, maybe over 60 videos. And she posted, like, over 40 videos in one day about this coffee shop. I know these coffee shop owners are like, what do we do? And they're like, I don't know. I know they're locking their doors and windows to their personal home and their coffee shop every single night. I would.
At this point, it's like, you're kind of stalking them. Like, you're kind of harassing them. It's a bit much. Like, can we not just find another place to film? People like this are why people hate influencers and TikTokers. They got a bad rep. Imagine feeling entitled to film in someone else's private establishment and then getting mad when they ask you nicely to stop. Honestly, the reason she's made 60 videos about this coffee shop is because it's probably the most views she's seen in like a really long time. Realistically, it's doing well for her, okay? Ain't nothing like a little beef to set off that algorithm, I'm telling you. Next TikTok, I got arrested.
I need to know if the people that shop at dollar stores are trying to be stupid or if it just comes naturally to them. So this woman comes up to me with 3 items, okay? I ring up her items. I say, ma'am, that will be $10. She starts fidgeting with the pin pad. Then she just starts staring at me. And I'm staring at her. We're having a little staring contest. I say, ma'am, that will be $10. She said, I put it through. I said, ma'am, it didn't go through. So unfortunately, you're going to have to do it again. She starts pressing numbers on the pin pad. I was like, ma'am, you're going to need a card. She said, I don't have a card. I was like, ma'am, what the are you doing if you don't have a card? And then she looks at me and she says, I put it through. So, like, can you just make it go through? I was like, I am not a magician. I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't just make something magically go through, especially if you don't have anything to go through. So she's just sitting there pleading with me to make it go through. I was like, ma'am, I don't have time for this. So you're either going to provide me with $10, cash or card, or I'm canceling this transaction. She starts huffing and puffing, going through her bag, just going, ugh. I was like, okay, ma'am. Okay. She finally finds cash. She goes, I only have $6. I was like, okay. And she was like, so can you just make it go through? I was like, ma'am, I'm not paying for your items, okay? I barely make enough as is here. So you're either going to provide me with $10 or you can take something off. She was like, I don't want to take anything off. I was like, ma'am, I understand your frustration, but you only have $6. The whole entire transaction is 10. So I'm going to need 10 or I'm canceling the transaction. Anyway, she ended up taking an item off because we were getting into it. And it was just, I cannot work customer service.
I mean, this I don't really feel like is customer service. I feel like you're also kind of teaching people how to human. The customer seems to think that if you just press some buttons without a credit card or without a debit card or anything, like that's how you pay for things. That's not how it works, babes. It's genuinely not how it works. The only experience she's had with buying things at a store, you know those like pretend little toys, like the cash registers that you get as a kid, and your mom pretends to be like, you know, the store clerk and you give her plastic money. That's what this sounds like. I love how she's getting mad at you as if you're the stupid one.
God, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. Can't you just give me these items for free?
No, I can't. To answer your question, I don't think the people that shop at dollar stores are trying to be stupid. I think that there's a strong possibility that this woman just wanted some things for free.
I caught a girl stealing yesterday, and when I did, she ran out of the store crying. The girl started talking to me, and I was like, wow, she looks really freaking familiar. The more I looked at her is finally when I realized who she was. I got that in my eye. This girl had stolen from us before. It was from one of like the first weeks I had worked with. The first time I spent like an hour with her, getting her an entire new skincare routine and makeup routine. She was telling me her backstory, what kind of skin type she has, all this stuff. And I was just picking out items from all around the store and she was putting them in her basket. At the end of the interaction, she said, all right, I'm just gonna like go over here and decide what I want to get and what I don't want to get. She like went into this corner and then left. And I was like following her because I'm like, does she like have something with her? Like, is she paying like somewhere else? It was just really weird because I couldn't find any of her stuff. When I finally did find her stuff, it was in this corner, and literally everything I had recommended to her was just sitting in this corner, and a couple of the boxes were empty. Definitely felt betrayed, to say the least. When I saw her at the store yesterday, my breath was kind of like, I was like scared. I was like, no way she came back. Sure enough, she tried doing the same thing. But this time was so much weirder. First time it happened, I was by myself. The second time, we had 3 girls on her, giving that customer service, being like, what do you need help with? Blah, blah, blah. She's just playing into it, like asking us questions, and she's like telling us her backstory. But of course, the one that she told me was different than the one she told my coworker. Some of the products that I recommended last time that she did, like she said she didn't like, she had in her basket this time. But like, get this. It was like we were playing a game of like hide and seek with her. She would pick out items from like around the store, put it in her basket, and then like put it somewhere else around the store. So bizarre. I don't know if she was doing that to like try to distract us or something. Just made her look more suspicious, obviously. So us 3 girls were just following her around the store, picking up the items that she's just like dropping and like picking up and stuff. I eventually had to call her manager because she went into an aisle with something in her hand and she came out of the aisle not in her hand anymore. I asked my coworker, I'm like, should I call like our boss? She's like, I don't know. Yeah. So I was like, she literally just shoved it in her bag. So I went in the corner and I was like, hey, there's like somebody sneakily putting items into her bag in Sephora. This is when my heart literally started pounding. After I went on the radio and like said that, I realized she was literally like right next to me. So I was like, did she hear me? And then I like got scared for myself. I'm like, what if she heard me? Like, what is she gonna do now? So my boss comes and he's just like, stay on her, like keep giving her customer service, make sure she doesn't like steal anything else. And obviously I'm freaking out. I don't want to do that. That's like scary and awkward. He had this like big like puffy black bag. So at this point she doesn't have anything in her hands, and I don't think she put too much in the black bag except like one item. But she starts like walking really fast towards the front of the store. Walk after her, and I really wasn't even gonna say anything, but she ends up turning around. Her eyes were filled with water. She was totally about to just bawl right in front of me. She knew we were on to her. Obviously really flustered, and she was like, I have to just like finish my shopping and I'll be right back. Obviously never came back. So I told my boss, okay, she's out of my section. She's like going this way. He followed her to make sure she like wasn't going anywhere else like with more items. I think when she realized he was onto her also, that's when she started like booking it. She was already walking really fast, but this time she actually booked it like out of the store. Needless to say, I do not think she will be coming back. At the end of the night, we had to scan everything that she like misplaced or like attempted to steal. The total ended up being $882. She got away with like at least one thing. It's safe to say she'll never be doing it again, at least not at our store. Goodbye.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh dude. Okay. I'm surprised that you guys just kind of let her walk out, you know? Like, don't they kind of stop you if they like suspect you of doing something? I'm just a little confused as to why you guys just let her steal like $800 worth of. I guess there's like a safety thing, you know, like it's not necessarily your job to chase after these people. I wouldn't even leave her alone at that point. Like I would literally just like follow her around with a big smile on my face. Oh, I love that one. Oh yeah, are you thinking of yeah, big fan. Love that product. So will that be cash or card? Just FYI, I think that like stores like Sephora and like Walmart, if you've ever been thinking about stealing from any of those places, those cameras that they have like, you know, up at the top, they can zoom in so close and make out every little detail. And I've heard they'll let you do it once or twice, but they will keep those videos of you and wait until you've stolen enough, like, you know, like $10,000 or whatever. Because like if it's like a small amount, it's like, you know, it's like a loss for them. But if it ends up being like a very significant amount of product that you've stolen, they'll wait until you've stolen after a certain threshold, and then they're gonna arrest you. They're gonna arrest you and you could probably go to jail. Listen, I love me some makeup too. Expensive as but you don't need it that bad, bestie. You really don't.
Story time. I'm really freaking petty. So this year my boyfriend's friend group from college did a Secret Santa gift exchange and I'm super excited to be a part of it. I really like all of his friends, but one friend in particular kind of hurt my feelings a little bit by giving me the ultimate diss. This man unfollowed me on Instagram. I know this is really stupid, but to me the message that sends is I don't like you, I don't care about your life, and the mere sight of your photos makes me sick. And now I know you're rolling your eyes because my boyfriend is too. So guess who I dropped for Secret Santa? Oh, you guessed it. So obviously I had to address the elephant in the room. I got him a very nice gift, just with a little splash of petty. So the little card that I got him says, "Merry Christmas, Miss Birmingham," which is me, cordially invites you to refollow her on Instagram. That's us.
That's
I
cute.
photoshopped it. And then it says, "Why can't we be friends?" That's also us. By the way, I did get my boyfriend's approval to do this, correct, Sam?
You didn't need my approval, Anna. You were going to do it anyway. Because you're petty.
We'll see if he refollows me.
I mean, he kind of made it a little awkward because you're all in the same friend group, right? Like, it's one thing if you, like, never see people and it's like, wow, I met you in a bathroom once, like, 7 years ago and you never interact with my posts, we never talk. But, like, you're in the same friend group. You're gonna see each other to the point where, like, you're all part of the same Secret Santa. He's just making it hella awkward. Who unfollows anymore? Come on, man. You just mute people. That's why, like, I mean, some of you might be saying,
Oh, it's not that deep. Social media's not that deep.
listen, it is that deep. It is. Because if you don't want to see somebody's posts, all you have to do is you can mute the stories, you mute the posts, and then, you know, you still follow them. You just don't want to see what they're doing. Problem solved. But to actually go out of your way to unfollow, you're sending a message that you don't like that person, okay? I think this is cute. I don't know if it's gonna work, to be honest. You're letting him know that you know. If he's all right making it awkward for you, then maybe you can make it a little awkward for him. You know what I'm saying? Stay petty, friends. Stay super, super petty. It just shows your deep insecurity. Everyone doesn't need to like you and you shouldn't care. Be gracious and do something genuine. Okay, so you unfollow people on Instagram a lot, eh? Seems like you're taking this a little personally. I think what she did was funny and cute, to be honest. It would be different if she wasn't forced to essentially get him a gift because they're part of the same friend group. At that point, it's like, whatever. But like, I think it's cute. I don't think this is a mean thing to do, and I respectfully disagree. I thought you were gonna say I'm really freaking pretty, and I was like, yes, you are. I actually, at first glance, thought that you said that as well. Why do you care? That's his friend, not yours. Dude, she literally has to buy him like a Secret Santa gift. And the guy unfollowed her on social media. I think it's that deep. I think it's personally that deep. And again, it's not mean what she's doing. It's not like she's like choosing not to get him a gift or whatever. That would be mean. She's just being a little funny about it. Am I wrong? Is my best friend jealous of me?
And please tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like I'm being petty, like this is just TikTok. So I started doing TikToks like 10 days ago, right? And I have this friend and she pulls up my TikTok and she watches it and she's like, "Oh, you have 200 comments, how cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my first one." She doesn't like it. She was like, "Yeah, I have to watch it first." And then she keeps watching my content from there and doesn't engage with it. And the next time we're together, she pulls up the TikTok again. I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, that's weird." She watches 4 of my videos and she does not comment. You engage with this a little weird, and it can be jealousy. I have 200 followers. So I don't comment on people's content online. That's not even true. We dropped it, like no big deal. And then she sends me these messages, this long dissertation about how I made her feel bad, like I hurt her feelings, I'm attacking her character, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, hey, can we talk? Because Like, how am I the bad guy? Is that not weird?
I mean, I think that there's plenty of people who use the excuse, oh, I don't really comment on social media. I'm not really like into Instagram, etc., etc. I think you might be reading into it just a little bit. But at the same time, it's not that hard to just, you know, send a little heart or a little like or like a little like fire emoji. If you got friends that are content creators that are really trying to like put themselves out there, show a little support. I don't need to tell you guys to do that for me, but I'm just saying, if you got a friend that's a content creator, show them a little love. It's not that hard. Shows them that you care. It's not like they're asking you for money. They just like, you know, it would be nice if you gave them a little support. I see both sides. I do. Hey, at least she's watching your videos. You could bring it up like a...
Oh, and you didn't comment.
Why didn't you like it? You say like a joke, right? Like say like a joke. Like don't call her out, but like just, you know, like acknowledge. Stay petty, friends. Subscribe.